Hello, kids. Today, I am going to tell you a story about the boy and the magical pencil. The wind howled outside Leo's window like a lonely wolf. Rain tapped hard against the glass, and thunder rumbled so loudly that his bedroom floor seemed to shake. Leo loved storms, but tonight, something felt different. Earlier that afternoon, while helping his grandmother clean the attic, he had discovered a small wooden box tucked behind an old stack of books. Inside was a silver pencil that shimmered even in the dusty light. "This belonged to your great-grandfather," Grandma had said softly. "He always believed it was special." Leo didn't believe in magical pencils, but he took it home anyway. Now, as lightning flashed outside, he sat at his desk with a blank sheet of paper in front of him. The storm made the room flicker between dark and bright, dark and bright. Just for fun, he drew a small candle. The moment he finished, the pencil grew warm in his hand. Whoosh! A tiny real candle appeared on his desk, its flame dancing gently. Leo's eyes grew wide. No way. He tried again. This time, he drew a mug of hot chocolate. A second later, the rich smell of cocoa filled the air, and there it was, warm and real, just like in his drawing. It was true. The pencil was magical. The next day, the weather worsened. The sky stayed gray, the wind grew stronger, and the rain never seemed to stop. At school, teachers whispered in worried voices. By the afternoon, the principal made an announcement. "Students, please go straight home. A powerful storm is moving in." By the time Leo reached his house, the wind was roaring like a giant. Branches snapped. Trash cans rolled down the street. The power suddenly went out, and darkness swallowed everything. Thunder crashed overhead. Leo's heart pounded. Then he heard it. A soft meow outside. He peeked through the window. A tiny kitten clung to a tree branch, soaked and trembling as the wind whipped around it. "I have to help," Leo whispered. But how? Then he remembered the pencil. He grabbed his notebook and began to draw as fast as he could. He sketched a sturdy ladder. The moment he finished, it appeared beside him. He carried it outside, fighting against the wind, and climbed carefully until he could reach the kitten. "It's okay," he said gently. "I've got you." He brought the kitten safely inside, just as a massive crack echoed through the night. A tree had fallen down the street, blocking the road. The storm wasn't over. Suddenly, Leo heard shouting. He looked out the front door and saw his neighbor, Mr. Alvarez, standing in the rain. Water rushed down the street, rising higher and higher. "The drain's clogged," Mr. Alvarez yelled. "The water's backing up." Leo's stomach twisted. If the water kept rising, homes could flood. He ran back inside, hands shaking, and opened his notebook. He thought hard. What could help? He drew a wide, strong water channel, leading away from the street. He added stones, sloping walls, and a clear path for the water to flow. The pencil glowed brighter than ever. Outside, the ground shifted, and a sturdy channel formed, guiding the rushing water safely away. The flooding slowed. The street began to clear. People stared in amazement, but no one noticed Leo standing quietly in his doorway, holding his notebook. By morning, the storm had passed. The sky turned soft blue, and sunlight sparkled on wet rooftops. Neighbors stepped outside, talking excitedly about the strange but wonderful changes that had saved the street. Mr. Alvarez smiled at Leo. "You're a brave kid," he said. "That kitten's lucky you were there." Leo looked down at the silver pencil in his hand. He finally understood. The pencil wasn't just for fun drawings. It was a tool to help, to protect, to believe. From that day on, Leo used the magical pencil wisely, not for giant castles or endless toys, but for kindness, creativity, and courage. And whenever thunder rolled in the distance, Leo no longer felt afraid, because he knew something powerful. Even in the storm, a single pencil and a brave heart could change everything. So kids, that's all for today. If you like our story, press like, share and subscribe, or press the bell icon. See you next time with another story.